Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to 1 vs 1 on Holotny Farama, ever classic. In the West, we got here FireandTerror fighting for the United States of America, freedom and democracy here, taking on the role of the 3rd Infantry Division, tasked with holding line as word bearers. Borgore leads the assault here with the Panzer Division. We've got Luftwaffe, Scavenge, and Breakthrough Doctrine with machine gun infantry versus FireandTerror's armor company, rifle company, and heavy cavalry, double infantry, and grenade bolts. Therefore, FireandTerror going into double rifle. We got Volkskundiges and Kugelwagen here for Borgore. The ever-noble Kugelwagen setting out there, rolling down the dusty roads of Holotny Farama, bashing through the wooden fences of Holotny Farama. Otto, was it really necessary to drive through that fence? This Kugelwagen has not been rated for driving through fences. Plus, I got splinters in my nose. Moving through the centre, they're both players sort of making moves towards their respective fuel points. In fact, we see a FireandTerror straight on it. Second rifle squad, they are arriving, and he's sort of splitting out, so that we can sort of see sort of going for a broad approach here, which will certainly have some advantages. Of course, Lamb sort of spot out where his opponent is. Of course, at the same time, if his opponent launching a sort of more focused attack anywhere along these points, he will be in a bit of trouble. Of course, I imagine it's a risk FireandTerror is more than willing to take. But Borgore here seems to focus on the south. It's also moving aggressively. He used the Kuban to sort of secure the rear line territories, while the Sturm pioneers take on the front line elements. I think very good approach here. Volkskundiges squad taking northwards with sandbags being laid down here around the northern point here. Put your backs into it. More sandbags, yeah. Remember, these are proper sandbags, not like that Russian Scheiße. Got the rifleman setting out there. 3rd rifle squad on the way for FireandTerror. Sturm pioneers saying northwards, Kuban southwards. Looks like he might hope to catch some unit central stick behind him. Looks like the first engagement here. Rifle versus Volkskundiges. You can see that work burst Borgore quickly falling back, realising, well, the Volkskundiges don't stand much of a chance there. Up close, the rifleman would beat them pretty soundly. And certainly in the engagements here versus rifleman with the Volkskundiges, he needs more than like 2 squads, just larger forces there, so that will engage FireandTerror in sort of any sort of measure. In a 1 vs 1 engagement, the rifleman win. 1-on-1 versus the Sturm pioneers, the Sturm pioneers, depending on the situation, can win. 3rd rifle squad there, ramming shots fired. Southwards. Kuban engaged for the rifleman, forced back. Big push into the north here. 2 Volkskundiges squads. Sturm pioneers in support. Catching the Volkskundiges out there. More rifle catching this. So we can see sort of a large engagement going on here. He's very quick to focus down the rifleman there. Exposed out in the open. Very good prioritization there by Borgore. And FireandTerror's going to have to retreat those. I mean, they're not going to last long. In fact, there's a small chance of a wipe there if it was any slow, I think. You got Rearson down there. They'll have to just occupy the house, barricade themselves, and just wait for time, I think, just to knight Borgore, because if Borgore gets in there, it's going to be quite difficult for FireandTerror to get him out. And even then, that's not going to last too long. You got Assault Engineers armor company for FireandTerror here, so immediately calling up armored support here for the 3rd Infantry Division. Interesting choice there for FireandTerror. Though again, Assault Engineers seem to be slightly catching on primarily, I think, for the demo charges, but even then, the Assault Engineers themselves are also kind of good if you know how to use them. But a lot of players are just going for them just for the demo charges, since most German players at the moment are still not really expecting the demo charges. At the same time as all this is happening in the south, we can see down there that FireandTerror is hitting his opponent's fuel point, looking to deny Borgore fuel as well. That's a very sharp move there by him. Rierson's wiped here by Borgore, and the Panther Division there goes on, moving ahead there, firing their M3 grease guns. There's Crouch. Alright, grease them, guys. Yeah, nice one, Sergeant. Anyways, forces are being pushed back as the assault is moving up. They're 2 kills already to the name. Sweeping down the Volkskundiges, and there you go, pushing away. The grease gun was an attempt at creating a, well, cheaper and lighter submachine gun rather than the Thompson, which, while powerful, was also heavy and expensive to make. And while they have made attempts to make it lighter and cheaper, no rule, ultimately now with the grease gun, there you go, Volkskundiges squad wiped. Assault Engineers certainly proving that they're actually, reasonably useful. They're sort of roughly, I think, on the same level as Assault Grenadiers, they're just less durable. So in that regard, you have to be a bit more careful with them. Of course, they can do a lot more than the Assault Grenadiers. So, but still, they're sort of roughly there. But again, easier to kill if focused down. But as you can see, they can have some potent effects. Plus, they get access to flamethrowers, and they can also lay down mines, I believe. So you could also use that to, for example, mine the sandbags here, if not just outright demo it. We got an early battle group headquarters up here for Borgore with an MG-34 on the way. Still no doctrine for him. Interesting choice there, though. Very light tier 1 for the Oberkommand West, which tends to be much rarer. Most Oberkommand West players will usually go for more heavy approach in infantry. Doctoral chose as well for Borgore, so within the first 5 minutes we got Breakthrough versus Armor. Interesting, very interesting. So that's certainly good. That both players clearly have some tactics and strategies in mind. Will he actually go though for the Sturmofficer? That'd be pretty interesting because, I mean, most players don't. In fact, I'm the one I sort of know that goes for it. So there you go, we got the Sturmofficer out there for Borgore that will be able to support his infantry. He gives, I think, roughly a 10% accuracy bonus and a 9% reload bonus to units nearby it. Overall increase, well, I think it's actually a cooldown. Overall, thankfully, just, reasonable amount of rate of fire on different weapons. Sturmofficer pushing forward, so forces support. He's going to need an incendiary grenade there to flash them out. Alas, the assault engineers will win the engagement thanks to the flamethrower. Sturmpioneers need just retreat there for Borgore. And there you go, Panhunganate, Lap, that's the Yankees. In the south here, rather than fight with Kuban, the Kuban is not able to get them out of there. There we go, we got a big retreat here from FireandTerror. Actual fire caused terror in him. Ha ha ha. But there you go. Sturmoffiziers reporting. Lieutenant Gottlieb reporting. Grabbing points here with the MG34, troops reinforcing, healing. So again, very aggressive spread out here by Borgore. And again, he's got very little infantry on the field here compared to FireandTerror. Of course, his do pack a bit more firepower. Of course, he's got the Sturmofficer, which can, of course, just further boost his infantry in the right sector. In particular, using Target Them and Force Retreat, which I think are also two pretty good abilities. In fact, I love using Target Them to quickly sort of get a chance of overwhelming a unit, maybe getting a wipe. So MG34 moving ahead aggressively, going for the cough point. He could actually use Breakthrough tactics to just further decap FireandTerror there. FireandTerror having gone here for the captain to support his men. He's clearly expecting, the usual play, which is mechanized regiment into looks, but Borgore is clearly not aiming for that. He is not playing a usual Oberkommando-esque game, and there we go. We got a Panzer Fusilier squad out here for Borgore. We got the G43s on the way, on the recon package. MG4, they're setting up, but they might be a bit late here, but maybe not. FireandTerror, they decides in the open it's the best place to slow up against an MG34, and Borgore dissuades him of that notion. Hiccup. Grabbing the northern half of the map here. Borgore keeping up good momentum and pressure there versus FireandTerror. The FireandTerror does have one lead here at the moment, which is victory point wise in that regard. Borgore has not been able to secure good control of them, and it's already there a bit behind his opponent, which is certainly something to keep in mind of. We got a Stuart on the way there, light tank, the M5A1. Panzer Fusiliers here left to deal with the captain and the rifleman. Sturmpioneer in support here with the Sturmgewehrs. Catching the armies out in the open, tearing into them. A good accurate fire, and there you go. They also draws the captain out there a bit further to the broadside, allowing more of the Panzers to actually respond. Not good there by for FireandTerror. Generally wants to just fight here in the front of the church where there are less windows. In fact, only one. Let's see, he's actually has a small chance of exposing himself to a few more hits there. In fact, that's probably what killed some of these chaps. But overall, he's still reasonably safe there. The captain ultimately has to fall back, and the Panzer is also going to be forced to fall back as well at this rate. MG34 continues to remain there, and there you go, folks, versus assault against riflemen. Kuban could support him. Meanwhile, Sturmofficer moving up for the south. Borgore really just pushing across the map here, gaining most of the map away from FireandTerror. Definitely some excellent and extreme map control there. The cannon from the way machine gun needs to be a bit careful. I think Borgore there pushing a slightly bit too far. And down here, the Panther is actually winning against the riflemen. Seems like there's two that can actually shoot him more there, so it's actually not the best position. Either way though, push back there. Panzers are barely alive. Machine gun there getting overwhelmed, and that's going to be a loss there for Borgore. And the Panzer Panzer Division, a full wipe, and a machine gun into the hands of FireandTerror. So back here for reinforcement healing. We got a tech up there for Borgore. Could very well be the Schwerpanzer course. There you go. Kuban's going to go down here. Several big losses for Borgore then in a very short succession, losing a Kuberwagen and an MG34 to his opponent. And the Sturmofficers are not really doing much to support the front line troops, which I feel is a bit of a waste there. Sturmpioneers moving ahead, we got the Ken with the supporting. Troops reinforcing healing, and that'll be likely a Speer Panzer quartered up around here to defend the fuel and the cough point against FireandTerror. But overall, though, I mean, he's just been able to get big resources to each and FireandTerror, and that'll definitely be a lot of good. Panther section of the Sturmpioneers, a Ken supported by the world, they also get the bonus, by the way, so that becomes a bit better there versus Stuart. Panther Trek on the Sturmpioneers will also benefit from there. Go, good hit on the Stuart. So here again, we can see the Storm was actually boosting his anti-tank efforts. There he goes, Stuart almost knocked out here already, looking pretty rough. He got men moving in there. Sturmpioneers trying to move support to catch it. Almost got there, sliver of health left, sliver of health. But Kenman about to get wiped out. The officer doing what he can. Could pop here, force retreat on it. Stuart trying to get away here, but I think he actually takes the wrong path here. But then again, there's not really much of a right path here. Most of them basically can cover to right there. His Stuart actually goes down pretty quickly. Rifle squad, they actually expend it, trying to recruit like Kedma, denied to Borgore, and loses a rifle squad. This is pretty not good. So there you go, full rifle squad and a Stuart lost here to Borgore. Plus he could actually salvage a Stuart there for extra fuel. Well, you could of course use it to cover, but I'd probably just recommend it for fuel salvaging and then sort of have folks just up in sandbags. Machine gun there. Oh, if he gets that as well back. Oh dear. That was not good at all there for FireandTerror. That is quite the sucker punch there from Borgore, leaving FireandTerror there in a very weak spot actually. Again, he just lost a lot there. A lot of manpower gone. Meaning whatever edge he got previously against Borgore has now largely vanished. Sturm Pioneers, Sturm Officer doing what they can there. And there goes Sturm Officer taking that away there as well. Rifles securing the centre. Assault units moving up there. 8 kills, close to Veterancy 2. They're doing reasonably well there. Troops back here for healing reinforcements. We have Panther's quarters up there. And he's laying down a demo charge here on the Stuart light tank. Basically turning Borgore's insisting using it for heavy cavalry into a trap where he then sort of sets up with a demo charge. Very clever there by FireandTerror. Very clever. You could also mine it, but obviously the demo charge is going to be a bit more of a coup. There we go, captain straight to the spare Panther quarters. Third term in the middle flat there, tearing into it. Goddamn kraut flax. Run, guys. Dead. Back here, troops healing reinforcing. Panzer was the MD3 forward kidnapper on the way. Sometime before we can call in any armour there versus FireandTerror of the 3rd Infantry. Back here, troops healing reinforcing. We got BARs and bazookas there being available for him as well if need be. Panzer moving straight to the demo, and there we go, full wipe. That is a lot of manpower plus munitions going there. 290 manpower, and I think it's 90 or so munitions or something around there. Yeah, 90 munitions, quite expensive. Lost there for Borgore. Quite expensive. The only way it could have been more expensive if they'd actually moved in an orbital dart squad upgraded with an MG34 into that. MG34, the batting German control rifle challenging forts here. Nope, the MG34 also benefits from the Sturm Officer. So that's a little fun fact there. Of course, as soon as he pulls back, it won't benefit. But yeah, in that regard, the Sturm Officer is just a really good in terms of utility unit. Kind of wish the Wehrmacht's artillery officer worked more like him. But yeah. Of course, the artillery officer is also pretty good. But anyways, quick hand grenade here. And of course, in some ways, you know, that might create more blobbing from the Wehrmacht, which is not good. But still also the target them in forced retreat. That's more what I'd like for the officer there. But oh well. Assault units moving up through the centre. We got fresh demo charges there. Basically, you know, if it goes off once, well, it could very well go off twice. But in this case, it gets spotted here and pushed back there by the Panzerfusilerer. Borgore there, of course, replacing in losses up north. Sturm Panzer coming territory. We got the second Sturm Panzer squad for Borgore. Likely because, again, he's got a Panzer squad. He can't detect, you know, demo charges otherwise. So he has to go for second Sturm Pioneer unit to that way deal with it. Doing as much as can there, but ultimately has to retreat. In the south there, captain standing about, close to actually 2 assault units moving northwards. Back here, healing, reinforcement going on, and we got the Sturm Officer sending out again. Veteran, well, just no veterancy, of course. Grenade off. Just used to saying veterancies, of course, when they hit the Sturm Officer, and then sort of talk about veterans. Obviously, there's none, but he's got 5 kills. Thing to know about the Sturm Officer is his rest of his squad is basically orbital done, so he will, in fact, you know, for just 280 manpower, perform pretty well. And his own performance is not too bad either, but again, it's just the aura part you also want to get going. Of course, the abilities, but a lot of people tend to neglect the abilities of the Sturm Officer, which again are pretty good. Troops are healing reinforcing. In the south, we got the captain on the move again here for FireandTerror. We got a lieutenant out there, so again, he's probably more or less committing himself to just falling and calling. I mean, again, fall balance preview, he wouldn't be able to do this, at least not very safely, but as it currently stands, he can. And we got a 5th kill there as well for him to deal with all of Borgore's infantry. Again, he's got actually quite a big mix of infantry and certainly some more elite than others. Going up there, we got Sturm Pioneer moving in. Multiple kits ready. And there you go, supporting here. Pushing forts rather than the sun being overwhelmed. He could try to pop, consider that close there. He was actually very close to losing his Sturmpioniere. That'd been rather awkward. But we got demo charge up here by the northern victory point. In the south, we got the captain creeping up on the fuel point there. Further pressure up north. The officer advance is covered here by the Sturmpioniere with their Raketen Panzerbüchse. Or rocket anti-tank gun. Or rifle specifically. Fun fact there. Continue moving northwards. In the south here, we've got the Panzer as the captain. And then captain here, not in the best condition to fight off the Panzerfusilerer. We got the full flanking from the north. Very good move there by Borgore. Catching the captain in a pretty bad situation, also making it hard for him to just retreat safely. Particularly his true slow retreating. There you go. The retreats, I think, pretty fast once he realises what's going on there. So that saves him the captain. Up north, continue pressure. They're heading straight for the fuel. Ignores the victory point. Sturmpioniere moving hit with minesweepers. And we got a mortar as well here for FireandTerror. So he's very quickly diversifying what he's gotten in terms of support for his infantry. Now bringing up artillery besides machine guns and an anti-tank gun. He's just bringing up the entire suite there. Victory points wise though, Borgore is not really making much progress there. He's still rather behind his opponent. Also no target. And there go officer killed. And oh! Oh, the irony. There was supposed to sweep for the demo charge, didn't deal with it, but again, due to the way the tree is positioned, unless you actually pay attention from the right angle, of course, at times you can actually miss it. And then he lost it to the demo charge. But Borgore here is bringing up the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. MG44 mentioned the static position of the church. Not really achieving much, to be honest. He'd probably been better off heading support in the north. So that was a bit awkward there for Borgore. Storm officer there reinforcing, healing, 8 kills for the fatherland. MG34 falling back. My God, those Americans, they keep hammering at us with artillery. Won't they ever stop? Well, at least they don't attack us in the night like the Russians. Yeah, that's right, that's right. That was in fact one thing the Germans should have to an extent considered the Western Front a bit of a vacation compared to the Eastern Front, because, well, the Allies generally never launched night attacks. That's very much a Russian thing. Though, of course, some might disagree due to the, on the hand, the sheer amount of artillery the Americans utilised for all the British as well, their support, and they were much better at doing it than the Russians. But there you go, big assault here, Storm Officer, full screen of Sturmpioniere, swinging with the Lieutenant, and we got the Panther out here for Borgore, Panzerkampfwagen 5. Sturmpioniere just needs to retreat, they're in a really bad spot there. Very close to victory 3, we got the full screen northwards there. Losing the southern victory point again. Borgore needs to be more mindful, I think, of the victory points. Panther moving into support. Pin up machine on the way there. Storm is slightly falling back. We could consider by using breakthrough tactics to swiftly secure the points, but at least secure them. And we got the M10 tanks out here for FireandTerror, ready to support the 3rd Infantry against the Germans as the Germans increase the pressure with Panzers. Back here healing reinforcement, back here retreats, and here we got the M10 moving head. Panther shoots, M10 shoots as well, penetrates the 80mm of sloped armor of the Panther. Mind you, on the Model D they did have a few weak spots like the driver's hatch there, which was easy to penetrate for anti-tank weapons, and it would be removed by the Model G. Of course, they're gaining veteran 4. Anti-tank gun shoots, penetrates the frontal armor of the Panther there. Lucky shot, but there you go. Panther needs to go. We got the M10 flank behind. He no support there. Borgore there. Probably should have brought up more to help his Panther there. Got Sturmpioniere nearby. Might have a chance there, but still got lucky there. Failed to penetrate at long range, close range. We have to keep penetrating at long range, which is sort of usually not supposed to go. It's quite the opposite. But I suppose there the luck is sort of evening itself out here for Borgore. Penetrating hit there though, and looks like he gets the M10, but he lost another infantry squad. Looks like Panther was again cut apart. The Kednev wiped as well. Series of big losses there for Borgore. We got forced retreat there by the Storm Officer. So flanks behind. The soldier is about to get wiped out. Could actually get them there. Anti-tank gun moving up. And oh, he's focusing down the anti-tank gun, I think. Oh, the assault. No. He gets away. The flamethrower tank bursts, but the bastard gets away. The anti-tank gun though gets wiped though, and he quickly salvages it. That was really close there. There you go, Lieutenant Deny. Further access and quickly forced away there. So some losses for FireandTerror, but again, Borgore is suffering a bit there in the infantry department, so he needs to work a bit there. But yeah, the assault units actually survived that. It's pretty rare to see a unit actually lose the flamethrower tank and survive. Usually that means they're dead, but in this regard, FireandTerror got super lucky. Panther's going to need some serious repairs. We got hardened men of the Panther, veterans of, well, Normandy and who knows where else. Standing about there. And we got an anti-tank gun here more to help deal with the Panthers. Also, of course, replace the ones lost, because that's pretty much all that's going to left. Bazookas and anti-tank guns can bring up more tank destroyers, so that way deal with Borgore's Panther Might. Panthers, by the way, were notoriously prone to breaking down. That's one of his bigger issues. You couldn't actually do a lot of long marches with them because you'd be more than likely to lose like more than half the tanks to mechanical breakdown issues. That was actually one of the bigger flaws of the Panther. They never really were able to figure it out. In fact, stuff like the Tykes and King Tykes, more for, being mechanically unreliable, were generally more reliable than the Panther. That was basically one of the biggest issues. Even when they hit into the Model G, it was still pretty unreliable mechanically. Of course, sort of more gameplay-wise, I sort of find it funny. Well, not gameplay, just sort of more visually. I find it funny though that for the Oberkommando vest, they didn't go for the Model G, since by the Ardennes, the Model G would have been the common model of Panther. So I do find that sort of funny that they are still stuck to the Model D, while they on hand overhauled the Panther 4. But there you go. Sword through there, allowing to flank behind. Interesting. He's actually using the smoke screen from it to outmaneuver his opponent. That's pretty interesting. Grab the center victory point, but not again getting the southern one. So in that regard, there's a big discrepancy victory points wise with Borgore. So despite how much else does, he ends up not really getting much in terms of victory points. He could also go for a Panther 4 now, as opposed to go for another Panther if he wanted to. Orbison now almost taken out by mortar hit, need to retreat. FireandTerror can go for another M10 tank destroyer to take on the Krauts. Sturm Pioniere very close to Veteran 4, heading southwards. Panther moves towards the centre. But engaging the lieutenant there with accurate, well-aimed fire. Going for a very deep flank here with the M10 by the looks of it. Interesting. Storm officer finding away with his rifle and assault engineers in the south. Not much happening there, and the Panther just finding in the centre here. I do think you should consider more infantry, and of course he should prioritise the victory point on that guy. I mean, he does risk, falling behind FireandTerror more and more if he doesn't put some more effort into that. And machine gun in the centre of the back to get knocked out by the mortar there. Very close to Veteran 1 and the Panther. Focuses Veteran 5 tank into assault engineers riflemen. There they go, Veteran 3 assault engineers. Looking to grease those Krauts. There you go, Brandhand Granada lands in the mists and catches poor Bobby on fire. At the same time in the centre, the Panther engaged by the M10 again, trying to get behind us to cut it off. We got the anti-tank gun not following up though. In this case, slight case of well, blink through or whatever, materialise, phase through. There we go, phase. Gets past it. Right there, but in the end the Panther did get away, gaining veterans won the process, opening up here for combat blitz. Okay, machine gun reinforcements. Corey got healed up. Orbital advancing, got a second here, demo charge up there. But not much happening in the south here. Got two infantry units still from FireandTerror guarding the point, and we can see Borgore is in fact going for a second Panther, in which case can Houston could probably break FireandTerror here, because FireandTerror under the right circumstances will struggle quite a bit with dealing with two Panthers. I mean, again, used correctly, they can deal a lot of damage and clear up most of those things. It's going to depend on how you utilise them. It's going to attack into where resistance is hardest without its proper support. It could end up poorly. On the other hand, if you use them correctly on other sides, flanking, harassing, outmaneuvering, he might be able to do a lot of damage with them. But I think he's falling into a bit of a Stalingrad mindset. Again, he's too focused on the centre, not rest of the map there, which is of course allowing FireandTerror to more easily defend against Borgore's assaults. But there goes Storm Officer Panther. Sturmpioniere. Second Panther almost done. He's actually moving up most of the squad there towards the centre. Shots fired. Panther takes a penetrating hit. And there goes second Panther up. More M10s out there for FireandTerror. Shot bouncing off the Panther frontal armour. Up north, grabbing Victor Pointy. And downward charge went off. Not sure if he actually killed something this time around. Return there, pushed back by the Panther, the Offiziere, and the likes. And to tank and they're firing away with the armor piercing discard sapper rounds. Most of them bouncing off the Panther's armor. A bit lucky there though for Borgore. Another hit there on the M10. Second Panther round to port. Needs to be careful doesn't get too close there. Thinking about Panthers though is they are best at range again, but they can get the most out of their own penetration, but also, you know, the most of their armor. So the thing to keep about penetration is it drops off over range. So the farther you are away, the less effective, you know, stuff are. So again, that's really where the Panther's at its best when it's far away. Right, I think he also managed to punch into a very small amount of territory, taking a lot of damage, getting closer to the infinite bazookas. And that risks losing his Panther there. So go lost his Panther there, which is almost just garden. Not good. Again, the problem is to just bunch them in a very small corridor. You know, they risk blocking off each other, in this case becoming easier targets. So that was less well executed there by Borgore. A waste of a good Panther, to be honest. And he might have gotten one M10, but that's about it. And he's still falling behind in victory points. So Borgore here clearly starting to feel like, you know, he's gone full Stalingrad here, committing tanks and infantry to fruitless assaults in a small area rather than just trying to score everything around it. You know, get the priority targets. So that could end up pretty badly here for Borgore. Despite, you know, again, I mean, he had a really good strong hand. Again, 2 Panthers is nothing to scoff at, but sadly misused it seems. Beef crews there gunned down by the Oberstgarden ruthlessly. Troops have been forcing healing, light infantry on ready to support. But really, you just not keep the tank head on. And that's basically the danger there. And not really what the Oberkommando West is really good at. And particularly not when you go for breakthrough, then you should want to just hit everywhere else. You want to use breakthrough tactics, but for whatever reason, while he's making use of the officer, punch through this, even the assault, so he's not been making use of breakthrough tactics, which is honestly, you know, one of the really good abilities of the Oberkommando West through all the doctrines. North there, Oberkommando finding us the camp, but they're getting overwhelmed here by FireandTerror's legions. And they go pushed away. Panther trying to clear out the machine gun, very close to it too, by the way, but that's about it. Also, smaller harassment to the south, but again, needs more resource there to really dislodge FireandTerror in the centre. Just continued shooting there. M10 moving in against the Panther, shoots, bounces. Panther lands return hit there with his high velocity 75mm gun. Second shot bounces as well. Another M10 for FireandTerror. Up north, another push here for Borgore with machine gun officer, which completely fails. Yeah, and I think he's getting too focused on points. I'm surprised he's not doing anything more in the south. He's just so focused on the north there. He's just completely getting the southern victory point. Panther moving up, but he needs to be careful there. He's really pushing his light there. In fact, he's doing what he should be doing, which is getting close to the M10 with the Panther. I mean, there's no real benefit for the Panther to get that close to the M10. I mean, it's got no problem penetrating in max range, but again, for the M10, it gets easier. He does have 82 now. We got another soldier there on the same sector. Panther pursuing the M10 tank destroyer. And there you go, leaves it a burning hulk of metal. Still, Borgore there needs to remember there's more to the map than just the central victory point there. Still, getting shots from the Panther will do it some good. More armor and health for that, essentially, making the Panther now harder to kill overall. Almost got the mortar there. Troops actually trying to taking some losses from the artillery, but overall, by the time it's sort of they get there, it's mostly smoke. But, we got more punches here from Borgore. Panther fighting on his own in the centre there with a bit of infantry support, but I'm not entirely sure that's going to be enough to hold the huge tide of infantry there that FireandTerror is just throwing at him. Panther there bouncing shots, taking some of the shots here, tanking them if you will. There you go, another hit, but not too much damage there. You turn that back. Oh, gets wiped with the Sturmpioneers. 23 kills. Suppressed here by the 5th Cavalry, finding up north. The victory point being secured here by Borgore's remaining Obersoldat. Unit wiped somewhere. Officer doing can support there. 10 kills, and there you go. Big crews wiped. You could try and, you know, get the machine gun there. surprised again he's not putting more effort into the southern part of the map, but oh well. He might also just consider wanting to go for a Panther 4 because he can't, I think, afford it time-wise to save up for a Panther. I mean, he's kind of got 24 points left, so I think right now aiming for a Panther 4 to support the Panther would be the wiser choice. While, of course, getting his Panther fixed up, which is not exactly combat-worthy. I mean, if he'd not, lost the other Panther that easily, I mean, he could, consider some other options here, but he's down to one tank, and he desperately needs another tank out as fast as possible. Also, he doesn't use any of the abilities that like target. I mean, he's used, I think, once force retreat, but no real target them overall. Panther repair, troops reinforcing healing. 24 versus 402. So again, in that regard, Borgore, while in some ways tactically I think very sound, also made some good strategic moves. I think lost sight of what mattered, the ball that is the victory points. Which honestly is something you rarely see happen like this, but it seems like for Borgore again, he just got more focused on like the center of the map, and not so much I think because it's victory point, just because it's just, the center. So it sort of ends up being weird there. There you go, Panther being pushed back into the fight, and lost another Panzer Fusilier squad. Lighting guns just continue to bombard away, not really having much of an impact to be honest there against Borgore. Because it's playing through the south. Shot bouncing off the Panther's frontal armour. Gets at the M10, takes another hit there though. Need to pull back, need to be careful not to get hit by an anti-tank rocket. Another shot bounces. And there you go, another M10 bites the dust. But he's bleeding out victory points, 21 points left. Still continuing forward, so not enough means for a concussive grenade. Gonna have to retreat everything very soon and also get back to repair the Panther. Orbital line being sent southwards there, single machine gun crew there hanging about, ready to defend the point, but not quite there. Looks like FireandTerror have gone the north. Lost unit, and we got assault units out here for FireandTerror and the 3rd Infantry. There you go, that Panther's certainly seeing some fighting here, some combat. Ooh, blend cover there, very good move there against the machine gun, allowing to grab the victory point. Of course, they'd be careful not to flanks it though. Doesn't take any chances here. Good move, good move. Small chance of getting it wiped there. 10 points left. Yes, wipe the machine gun. Wipe the machine gun. Panther being fixed up there. Focusing northwards to defend the centre there, being held vigilantly by FireandTerror's infantry, including some assault units there. Northern victory point being secured. Not enough munitions to booby trap the southern one, though we got a big infantry force moving in there. Big-ish. Big-ish. You might be having to push forward to the Panther, you're not fully prepared just to claim a point. Up north, forcing against the rifle in there. And the south also left to defend there on their own. There's a large infantry force as well. There you go. Big-ish. Bomb grenade, that could be a good idea here. Panther setting out. There we go. We got a blend cover instead. Bit late. Unit wiped in the north. Panther going towards centre. Again, more shots bouncing off the Panther's front armor. There you go. Penetrating hit though. Penetrating hit. Another penetrating hit there. Panther's not able to do much. Saunting is wiped. Shot missed. And that's GG, I think. Their fourth forward bears Borgore down to 2. And then 0 victory points. A rough series engagement between Borgore and FireandTerror. Good use of armor company, though I think there was some issues there for FireandTerror in the early game, some slightly unfortunate decisions, whereas Borgore just kept up aggressive pressure. But at the same time, while he made, I think, good use of the storm to an extent, he could have used a, take aim more well, but also used the breakthrough tactics ability and just, more rapidly just cut off territory for FireandTerror. And I think also sort of like the mid to late game, he basically got 2 folks in the center of the map. They forgot about flanking routes or anything else, which also really gave FireandTerror just a huge ability to more easily defend against Borgore, allowing Borgore to ground himself down, despite having at 1.2 Panthers, but again, sort of through the map because he chose to attack on the narrowest front possible, meaning again they were just easily bunched up and sort of barked it down. So that was not really, I think, very good there for Borgore. There were some tactical issues there and strategic issues as the game progressed. But still, nice use of the doctrine though. Beyond that, and overall good use, aggressive use of infantry. Also nice to see someone not just going for a lot of full stun ideas. In fact, he was pretty close to pulling it off. But again, he forgot about the victory points, which is a bit rare to see. FireandTerror, I think, executed a good defense strategy. He realised what probably advantage he had. Could have taken out certain times to bring up some Jacksons, I think, so that way challenged Borgore. I think that would have done FireandTerror a lot of good. Mines, I think, would also done a lot there to help slow down tanks and the likes. I think that would have benefited FireandTerror quite a bit there. But otherwise, well played there by FireandTerror, and there you go. So thank you all for joining in. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you didn't, subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another signing episode. Bye.